if we want to progress theory of relativity, a few insights are needed. The first insight is that there is no space-time. There is only space, which is time invariant. In this time invariant space that we experience as now, time is duration when measured. Otherwise, without measuring, there is no time at all. There is only velocity. Things are moving with different velocities in the universe. And to measure these velocities, humans invented clocks and time in physics. So time is an emergent physical quantity made by humans. This is the first insight. And the second insight is that space is not empty and is not curved. Space is a fundamental energy of the universe. Superfluid quantum space, we say. The old name is ether. And I think recently that superfluid quantum space is a wrong term, because there is no quanta there. The superfluid space is not made out of some elements. There are several ideas in physics, and one is about what is space. One is that space is made out of units, that they have a Planck volume. I think this will not work out. This fluid, ether, superfluid space, has no elements. It is a four-dimensional fluid. It has four-dimensional in its actuality. That has no consistent parts. This is just a fluid. And all elementary particles are different vortexes of this fluid. A proton is a vortex, electron is a vortex, photon is a wave of this fluid. And the very nature of this fluid is that has no entropy. It's a syntropic type of energy. And as I say in the previous videos, 95% of the energy in the universe is syntropy type. Only 5%, which is matter, is entropy, has entropy. So we have now time invariant space, and the energetic substratum of this space is superfluid space. It's a kind of fluid that has four dimensions. And all relativistic phenomena can be beautifully described with the variable energy density of this fluid. Because every physical object diminishes energy density of this fluid in its center exactly for the amount of its mass. And this generates inertial mass, this generates gravitational mass, which is a pushing force of the superfluid space. And the more space is dense in the intergalactic space, the rate of any kind of change and velocities is bigger. So the clock, the physical clock, runs faster in the intergalactic space that it runs in the center of the black hole or on the surface of the Earth. What is relative in the universe is velocity, is rate of clocks. It is not that time is relative, because there is no time. So the twin on the moon, when gravity is not so strong as on the Earth, will age faster. But there is no paradox, there is no twin paradox. And this fluid is dynamic. So this fluid rotates around the stellar objects which also rotate. This is so-called, in mainstream physics, space-time dragging effect. They say that the stellar objects are dragging space-time. They are not dragging space-time because there is no space-time. But they are dragging this superfluid. So the local superfluid around the Earth is moving and rotating with the Earth. That's why Michelson-Morley experiment gave null result. But Sagnac experiment has proved existence of this superfluid space. And there are several others. Fitzhugh experiment also. And what is the most beautiful in the model, in the ether relativity, where all relativistic phenomena are described with this dynamic fluid, there is no single contradiction. We have contradiction in classical relativity. With this hocus pocus mathematical model of Lorentz transformation and length contraction, there is absolutely no length contraction in the physical universe. And special relativity can be easily described, elegantly described, with Galilean transformation and there was a mathematical physicist from Italy, I guess, yeah. He developed a transformation for time. Celeri transformation for time. Because with this length contraction idea, actually this length contraction was invented by Lorentz, Henrik Lorentz, to save the ether theory after the Michelson-Morley experiment was done. Because he said that the beam of the interferometer that is in direction of the Earth motion shortened. And still today we have this length contraction in physics, and hundreds of articles are written using this length contraction mathematics, but all is just a total mental garbage. Bullshit. So the classical contradiction is, if you have two photon clocks in a spaceship, one is positioned vertical and other in the direction of the spaceship motion. So the spaceship starts moving, and the horizontal clock should experience length contraction and have different rate, faster rate than the vertical clock. And the special relativity does not predict that the two clocks in the same inertial system can have different rate. So I warmly invite you to read my latest article, Ether Relativity, where everything is explained in details. Everything can be explained with this. This is physics. Physics without ether is like a bird without one wing. It's only circulating for 100 years. There is no huge progress. There is no progress, actually. And the only way to develop physics is to step out of the linear time which runs in the brain, to adopt the time invariant space model, and to introduce variable energy density of this space, because the energy substratum of space is this fluid, four-dimensional fluid. Thank you for your attention, and see you next year in the summer at the Physics of Now summer school. I will take only 10 people. We will work together, 10 people only. Maybe 12, but not more than 12. And so if you have interest, you can write me, but I will take only serious people, you know. If you think that we live in simulation, this is now very popular, that the entire universe is simulation, then you don't come to my course. Okay? Then you have to go somewhere else. Most welcome.